It's more championship opposition for Sunderland in the FA Cup, but that doesn't mean that Gus Poyet makes wholesale changes. Indeed, there are just 3 from last week at Tottenham Hotspur. Manoni, Coates and Bridcut replace Pantilimon, Brown and Johnson. The shape of the side remains the same. Fulham come here 18 places below Sunderland in the football hierarchy. They needed penalties to get past Wolves to reach this stage. A couple of changes for them, both up front. There's no McCormack or Rodieger in the starting lineup. Woodrow and Ruiz come in. Lively atmosphere at the Stadium of Light. Sunderland looking to head back to Wembley this year in the FA Cup, having got there last season in the Capital One Cup. Get through today, and suddenly the famous arch, which has replaced the Twin Towers, doesn't seem that far away. That place in the last 16 at stake. It's been an encouraging start for Gus Poyet's side. He'll be pleased with what he's seeing at the moment. Fletcher. Rodwell. Lovely turn. Oh, that would have been spectacular. Well, he's not really known for that kind of goal. Well, if that had gone in, we'd have been talking about that for years, wouldn't we? Larson. He's done well there, shielding that away. Rodwell. Well, he's had one distance effort and he's had another. Well, that considerably closer than the first one. Just opened up for him. He's always swerving away, though. It's almost like a game of Twister in there. Useful flick on, but forced a little bit wide now, Fulham. Fofana's got it. He's capable of having a pop from there as well. That's a lovely play by Fofana. Really good play by Fulham. It's another corner. Well, Woodrow is making a right nuisance of himself, isn't he? But the skill from Seka Fofana, well, that was just quite brilliant. Looked like the opportunity might have gone. Big few weeks coming up for Sunderland with some really key games in the Premier League as well. Some eminently winnable games as well. Well, this should be eminently winnable, and Manoni forced into the first real save of the game. This is Fofana. Well, that's poor by his standards. Well, that was a super strike. It's a great interception by Jones. Fletcher's done well. Rodwell is there. I wasn't quite sure where the ball had gone there. And Anthony Taylor coming across to have words with Rodwell, and the Fulham players unhappy with that challenge as well. And he might be going in the book for that. Well, Rodwell was adamant, I think, that he got the ball, but he's got the yellow card. He just lost control of it there. Larson quickly onto that. This is Bridcut. Sunderland trying to play at a good tempo here. Fletcher has got Van Aanholt outside of him. First time ball into the middle. This is Seb Larsson. Well, the goalkeeper made that look harder than it probably should have been. But it's Sunderland's best moment of the game so far. Seb Larsson, known more for his goals from set pieces, really. And he was on target with that. And Bettinelli just kicking it clear rather than trying to hold on to it. Larsson delivers it in. It's headed goalwards by Rodwell and then headed over. Stephen Fletcher with the final touch. Well, just so many bodies in there, weren't there? Fletcher, 4 goals so far this season, all of them in the Premier League. And that is half-time. A goalless first 45 minutes. The best chances for Fulham falling to Dembele. Jack Rodwell had a couple of long-range efforts for Sunderland. Sebastian Larsson came close as well. But at half-time it is goalless. It's Sunderland 0, Fulham 0. All to play for then in the second half. No goals in the first. No changes at half-time. Neither side will relish the prospect of a replay. 1-0 proved to be enough against Leeds United, but that was a hard-fought victory against Championship opposition. Fulham are proving to be just as tough a nut to crack. Defoe, where's it gone? He's got it back. Loses it, gets it back. Oh, it's brilliant by Jermaine Defoe. Can he finish it? It's a poor effort after all the build-up. Well, there was tricks and flicks from both sides there. And then Defoe suddenly found himself in acres of space. Well, McCormack is going to have to get involved in some defending to start with. It's perhaps surprising that McCormack was left out of the starting lineup after his treble against Nottingham Forest. This is Bridcut. There's a nice opportunity. Defoe! How did it stay out? Well, Bettinelli with an unbelievable save. Chance of the game, save of the game. The young English goalkeeper somehow getting across to deny him. Larsson with it. Straightforward for Bettinelli, but fouled by Rodwell. Oh, now Rodwell's already been booked, and now he's going to be off, and Sunderland are down to 10 men. Oh, now what kind of different complexion does this put on the game? Is that worthy of a yellow card? Oh, maybe so. "20 minutes to go. Defoe, beaten away again by Bettinelli. Denied by him for the third time. This is Buckley, who's just come on to replace Billy Jones. Still Buckley. It's a nice dinked-in ball. Connor Wickham couldn't get goal side of the defender. Larsson drives it back in. Van Aanholt! Another fantastic save by Bettinelli. Well, I don't think Bettinelli is going to get the credit for it because it's given us a goal kick. Bridcut. This is where Fulham's extra man will count because see how many they've got back defending. Wickham, another brilliant save by Bettinelli. If they'd had an average goalkeeper, Sunderland would have had this game well and truly won by now. Ruiz, look for McCormack. Rodallega off the woodwork. The closest Fulham have come. Still the danger isn't past. Rodallega again. It's deflected and O'Shea to clear. He thought he'd won the tie for Fulham. I think most people thought he had. Well, that is the 3 minutes up. And will there be any more added on to it? There might just be a few more seconds. Jones, shout for a handball. And that is it. We go to a replay at Craven Cottage. Boos around the Stadium of Light, but it's not been for the want of trying. Hugo Rodallega with the best chance of the game. Smacking the posts from outside the area late on. Jermaine Defoe had 3 efforts, brilliantly saved by Marcus Bettinelli. Sunderland amassed 15 corners, but they couldn't find a way through. And it is down to Craven Cottage the week after next for a replay to see who goes through to the last 16 of the FA Cup. It finishes Sunderland 0, Fulham 0.